Dropped by Netflix? No, not quite, guys. The Sussexes have just flipped the script. Dropped by Netflix, they say. That's what the headlines want you to believe, guys. But take a closer look and you'll realize this isn't the end of anything. It's just the beginning of something far more strategic. Because if you think Harry and Meghan's story ends with a 5-year contract, you're not watching the script. You're not watching closely enough, guys. Get a grip. You know, I was thinking not to comment on this because every year we hear the same old story. Harry and Meghan are going to lose a contract. And guys, how can it be dropped, cancelled? Stop it, guys. It was a 5-year contract that ran its course. We signed in 2020. We are now in 2025. It did what it was supposed to do. It brought eyeballs to Netflix. So many people tuned in. So many people watched it. We know Harry and Meghan. We saw what happened with Love Meghan and Harry. With Love Meghan, where so many things, people were inspired by Meghan. We saw her Instagram. We saw the baby mama dance. We saw, guys, this is a couple that's here to stay. How could you, any of you, think their story ends with a 5-year contract? There's so much more left in the book to be written. Stop it, guys. You're wishing bad for Harry and Meghan. It's not going to happen. And what I took away from what Meghan said, remember that Emma Grade? She said, what are you talking about failure? Because every time she has had challenges in her life, her faith is greater than her fear. How can you want someone to fail so badly that it pains your heart? You must be sick. So yes, guys, how could they think Harry and Meghan's story would end with a 5-year contract? They are not watching the script. They are not learning. They do not know what is going on. Well, for the first time, I might give page 6 some kudos, because I'm like, they maybe were the only one that didn't run with the story. Because if you notice, it's a regurgitation. No newspaper these days do their research. How can you take something from the Sun that Harry has sued over and over, have won, the papers that is so clickable, looking for clickbaits? How can you take their story and no one does any research on it to see if this even makes sense or to see what is actually going on? These people have a vendetta against Harry and Meghan. You guys need to get a grip and act like journalists, act like news report. We know you're starving. We know you want the money. But my God. Anyway, page 6, you did some due diligence and you did some homework. In 2020, Harry and Meghan signed a groundbreaking deal with Netflix, reported to be worth up to $100 million. A bold move, a bet on talent, control, and global storytelling. They joined the likes of the Obamas and Shonda Rhimes, people shaping the next wave of digital content. Now that deal ends in 2025, as expected. Let's be clear, this isn't a scandal. It's not a termination, and it's definitely not being dropped. It's a pivot. Netflix has been moving away from massive open-ended deals. Even the Obamas shifted to a flexible first look agreement. That's the same model now being considered for the Sussexes. There's no drama here, just strategy. And if you think about it, it's also good for Harry and Meghan because it gives them more flexibility to work with other organizations. I know them and Paramount are very close. So it only makes sense that they are not so limited to what Netflix want. Netflix has been a great partner and still continues to be a partner in Meghan's business. It's a great relationship. So how can people be thinking that, oh, the world is coming to an end? Harry and Meghan is not coming to beg any of you any money to live in their multi-million-dollar palace. So if that's what you're thinking, it will never happen. Stop wishing bad on people because it eats at your heart, your rotten hearts. You people are sick. So according to page 6, and we're just going to elaborate on what this thing is. Page 6 exclusively revealed earlier this month the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are poised to sign a first look deal with the streamer when their exclusive deal ends later this year. Everything has a period. All things must come to an end. This deal is closing. There are many more opportunities. Did these people learn about a SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats? There are opportunities here for both Netflix and both Harry and Meghan. The sky is the limit for Harry and Meghan because they can go and work with other partners. Netflix don't have to feel bogged down because they have the 100 million, so they have to produce X, Y, or Z and produce it how Netflix want it. It gives them creative control. We know that Harry and Meghan have Archwell production. That's their baby as well. They can build Archwell because everything Harry and Meghan do has some target audience. There is a market there. So we know they can build on Archwell as well. So that's their business, right? They are set to follow in the footsteps of former President Barack Obama and his wife, Michelle Obama, whose production company, Higher Ground, now has a similar deal with Netflix. And I guess the first look project or deal would be Netflix get first choice. Netflix will get like exclusivity. Netflix will be the one to say, yes, I love this, or no, not really interested. And then Harry and Meghan now can find another source and say, okay, we'll maybe go Paramount or we'll maybe go Tyler Perry's studio. There's so many options. What are these people talking about? The sky's the limit. Every downfall or every challenge is, that's why I take what Meghan says with so much. It's so important what she said. My faith is greater than my fear. You think Harry and Meghan don't think about the heat and the hatred that comes on them? But guess what? She believes in God. And she knows that every time they get knocked down or perceived as people, remember she said, your emergency is not my emergency. So when you think that you're out there gloating at someone's downfall or perceived downfall, how can a 5-year deal for 100 million be a downfall? Meghan, give me some of your downfall because I wish that was a downfall. They need to understand what this thing is. This is not a downfall. It's a pivot, right? A source told page 6, there are more TV projects coming soon with both the Duke and the Duchess. And remember, Meghan's show was in the top 5 of Netflix shows for the first 6 months. That's an amazing accomplishment. Meghan's show is a lifestyle show. There's many lifestyle shows that would not even see the top 5. And she has done so well. And you're calling success failure? When did the world up is down, round is shaping a different size? When did we get to this stage that good is bad and bad is good and yellow is pink and blue is... What are we doing here? You same people that talk about Meghan, you wish you had the numbers that she has. You wish... I hear some people talking Meghan is a flop and failure, and when you look at their numbers, nobody is watching their shows. So I'm like, Are you people demented or something? Because it makes absolutely no sense. Right? So page 6 went on to say, Markle meantime will return with a second season for her lifestyle show With Love Meghan in September, which was filmed at the same time as her first season. Rumors about the status of the Sussexes Netflix deal only ramped up when the streamer announced last week that With Love Meghan was at number 383 in its semi-annual report, What We Watch, with a total of 5.3 million views since its debut March 4th. That's an amazing accomplishment. That's 383 out of 7,500 shows. So are you telling me 384 to 7,500 shows were a flop? How is that a flop? How is it a flop? The other people had shows. And as per Netflix, it was in the top 5% of Netflix shows. That's an amazing accomplishment and had outperformed other leading lifestyle shows such as the Great British Baking Show, 2 seasons of Chef's Table, and season 9 of Queer Eye. Industry sources have already told Page 6 that Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos remains a huge fan of Harry and Meghan and regularly dines with them. He has dinner with them. He talks highly of Meghan. He said Meghan is highly underestimated. And yet still these people want us to think success is a failure. They need to wheel and come again because something does not make any sense to me. These people continue to want to paint Harry and Meghan in the same brush as they do the other lazy royals. We know that Harry and Meghan are a success. We know they go out there and they work. And with the hatred that comes their way, I'm surprised they're doing so good. Right? So let's talk headlines versus reality. Of course, the tabloids couldn't resist. They're like when you put butter on cat's mouth. Dropped, dumped, disaster. Sound familiar? What actually happened though, guys? Nothing of the sort. Netflix hasn't cancelled anything. In fact, the company's CEO, as I said to you before, has openly praised Meghan's creative work. And With Love Meghan, her lifestyle docuseries, is returning for a second season. The truth, the headlines were never about facts. They were about fantasy. This wasn't reporting, it was storytelling, minus the accuracy, the sources, and the receipts. Right? So it's all fiction. Animated, just trying to get us up in arms. But Sussex Squad, don't take the bait. We are not going to let them tell us that what we're seeing with our naked eyes is not what we're seeing. We know that Harry and Meghan are a success story. They have some of the most beautiful produced shows. We know that. And we know they have a great following. We know they have a community that supports them. Right? So what does this mean for their income? So let's talk the numbers, because the Sussexes aren't flailing. They're evolving. Their income streams remain strong and diversified. Yes, diversification is excellent and needed. Netflix, royalties from Harry and Meghan, Live to Lead, Polar, and more. Those are royalties that they will be getting. Because people are still watching Harry and Meghan. People are still watching With Love Meghan. Those are royalties that they will continue to get. New projects still in development, possibly on the revised Netflix model. Yes, they're talking about Meet Me at the Lake. They don't have actors on yet. Those are possible future projects. We know Meet Me at the Lake is still on the agenda. We know about other things, their actual production, what they're doing. High profile speaking gigs via Endeavor, earning 6 figures per appearance. Yes, every time they go to speak, they are going to get paid. These are income streams, guys. Publishing success, Spear became a record-breaking bestseller. I'm sure there's royalties from that as well. Podcasting, Meghan's new deal with Lemonada Media puts her back behind the mic. We don't know she says she's giving it a break because she wants to focus on, as ever, her lifestyle brand is quietly scaling with a strong foundation. Endorsements and licensing. We're talking about, these are only growing at their personal brand as their personal brand expands. We know that her Instagram page is up as well. She has over 4 million views. If she decides to monetize that, I'm sure she told Emma that that's not her focus. It was more about her personal, what she put out. But she will be making money from that too. There's so many income streams that is coming her way. This isn't about being content partners anymore. They are now content owners. Because you notice, even with Spotify, they kept their archetype podcast. It's their name. They kept their brand. That's great. And that's where real power lives. Harry and Meghan's name alone is a brand. And they have to protect that brand. Right? So people can talk all they want, but that's just ridiculous. Meghan's real power play. While tabloids chase royal drama, Meghan's building something else entirely. We saw her rosé. We saw all of that sold out. How can you talk about Meghan being a failure? Meghan is not going to be out of money. And even if she is, she's not going to beg the royals anything. Because that girl has ambition and she's going to work and she's going to build her family and she's going to ensure that they are okay. Her brand, as ever, is the real power move. It's not loud, it's not flashy, it's not even fully launched. But behind the scenes, it's been positioned as a billion-dollar direct-to-consumer empire. Direct-to-consumer empire, guys. Built on ownership, authenticity, and creative control. Think Goop meets Fenty with a West Coast heartbeat. She's not reacting to the headlines. She's rewriting the playbook. So you ask, what's next? Every few months, some outlet will ask the same tired question. Are they crawling back to the royals? Is their empire crumbling? Nobody likes them. But here's the truth. They're not crawling back. They're carving out their own lane. They belong in any lane they want to be in. They've made more in the past 5 years than most royal earn in a lifetime. How can you call that a failure, guys? Meghan is in real estate, because I know Meghan has her real estate under her belt. Meghan has the other investment. There are so many income streams that the two of them have. And you're calling them a failure? If that's a failure, let me fail too, because I'd love to feel that way. And they have done it by betting on themselves. You hear what Meghan says with Emma? She loved to bet on herself. She believed in herself. She believed that she can do it. And she believed that all the noise will pass. But at the end of the day, she has to bet on herself. And her faith is greater than her fear. Don't ever forget that. Don't let people tell you who you are. You tell them and you work towards what you want. Because at the end of the day, we only have one life to live. Only one life. Whether they resign with Netflix, shift to Amazon, Paramount, we know there's a big friendship there, partner with Apple, or go fully independent, they have options That's the beauty of life. You must never put yourself in one box, because if you do, then that's an issue. I love how Meghan and Harry network, and they know how to network. In this day when you're starting up any business, do your network. Work towards what you want to achieve, because nobody put food on your table. You put food on your table, so you must know how you're going to navigate life. Let the noise stay. All of those who are bitching and griping over your money, they don't have a single cent in their pocket. Because they have options, guys. Because they have stepped out of the media trap. They are not characters in a royal soap opera. They are the producers of their own story. Here's my final word on this, because I said to you I was just so sick of this story. I wasn't even going to bring it. But it's very good to have people who can sniff out the nonsense, the BS, and just call it for what it is. And so are we, the Sussex squad. And we will not let anybody taint Harry and Meghan. But Harry and Meghan has a bigger power fighting on their behalf, and they're okay. The options, the possibilities are endless. So guys, here's the final word. This isn't a downfall. It's a reset. A natural shift from phase 1, the launch, to phase 2, growth, ownership, and legacy. So to those still waiting for them to fail, to fall on their face, to come groveling, you'll be waiting a long time, because this isn't a breakup. It's just business. And business, despite the headlines, is booming. The Sussexes didn't get dropped. They flipped the script. So guys, this is what I'm telling you. Harry and Meghan have flipped the script. The possibilities are endless. They are okay. They will be okay. Everything is okay. And who's ever wishing for their downfall, wishing for the axe to fall, just be mindful that it doesn't fall on you. Because you ever hear that say, when you dig a hole, you must dig two? Don't wish for people's downfall. It gets you nowhere. There's no joy in that. Go and enjoy your life. Yes, a lot of you are doing this for your shows, and we know it's a facade. But to be so nasty and bitter must be eating you inside. Because right now, as Meghan says, there's a real authentic life happening behind the scenes. So when you don't see Meghan and you cry, where's Meghan? Meghan and Harry are living their best lives. They're happy. They're progressing. They're carving out their future. And everything Sussex squad will be fine. They are good. Because if I get $1 million, $100 million for a 5-year deal, that's what, 20 million every year, I'm good. Even if it expires, I am good. Because there's a future. There's a way to pivot. There's so much investment that you can do with 20 million. How many people wish they got 20 million every year? Or 100 million for 5-year deals, whichever way you want to cut it. How many people just wish that was them? And you think that's a failure? Stop it. Stop it. You guys need to just quit this nonsense, because Harry and Meghan are going to be around for a long, long time, God's willing. You notice who are not around? The people who have hatred in their heart. They're dropping like fleas, like flies. Because when you have so much hatred in your heart, it gets you absolutely nowhere. You must live a very peaceful, authentic life. Live with the birds, the outdoor nature. Just have fun. And Harry and Meghan are okay. Sussex squad, let not your heart be troubled. We are good. Harry and Meghan, they are good. They are good. Contract expires. Look at that. Stephen Colbert contract expired. Elon Musk think he was co-president. His time expired. Because at the end of the day, everything must come to an Trump at some point will believe in the White House. It expires. Barack Obama, who was one of my favorite presidents, left the White House after 8 years. That contract expires. People have contract that expires every single day. But guess what they don't do? They don't lie down and cry and wallow into it. They move on to plan B. They move on to the next stage in their life. Harry and Meghan are young, beautiful, dynamic, charismatic. There's the sky's the limit. The possibilities are endless. So guys, let not your heart be troubled. Harry and Meghan are good. So bye guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. And Sussex Squad, let's not follow everything. I know some people will say, but you're doing it. You're doing it. But there are certain things we can talk about, but not everything we should believe. Only when I see things in like a reputable paper that I will talk about it. I have no time for the nonsense. I have no time for the foolishness, because these people are just sad. They're sick. They want Harry and Meghan downfall so badly they can taste it. And just be careful what you wish for, because it comes right back on you. Right? That's all I'm going to say. So bye guys.